Alright, this is a continuation of the last class for lecture 4. Alright, for now we'll be looking at terms and concept as relates back to the heading of forms of business organizations. We will be continuing this. Especially for this video, we will be taking a more substantive dive into some terms that you need to learn. So the first term is insolvent. This means you are unable to repay debts or you have gone bankrupt. The second term that you really need to know is liquidate also. And this usually occurs when a business sells off its assets to repay debts. We have limited liability. It means that he or she is not personally responsible for business debts and obligations of the corporations. Fourth, we have unlimited liability. This refers to legal obligations, general partners, and sole proprietors because they are liable for all business debts if the business can repay its liabilities. So the sole proprietors are the initiators of the business, right? The sole proprietors are the people those that creates the business, right? So if so everything really falls back on them. They are liable for the business failures. They are liable for everything. So if the business cannot repay debts, they're really responsible for that. That's why I mean unlimited liability. They are liable for all business debts if the business can repay its liabilities. So we'll be looking at the sole trader. So the sole trader is a single business owner. This person may employ several other persons to work in the business, but he has to make all decisions, acquire all the capital required, and other resources needed for the business on its own. So let's look at some of the characteristics of the sole trader. So some of the essential characteristics of the sole trader. Let's look at that. So first of all, he or she manages the business and may have the help of family and friends, and usually they have funds to make the business or keep the business flowing. He or she enjoys all the profits and bear all the risk. And thirdly, capital is limited since the savings of the owner funds the business. Personal contact with clients performs a variety of tasks related to business operations of the business since they don't really have anyone helping them except from their family and friends. They don't usually employ personnel. They don't usually even have the funding to actually pay those to employ persons. It's a small type of business in comparison to bigger businesses that we will be looking through. So this business is not incorporated, it is not given a separate identity, and therefore easy to set up. Examples: electrician, plumbers, small farmers, doctors, and lawyers. So how is this formed? There are no legal formalities in setting up a business, a sole trader, except for the registration of a trade name of the acquisition of a license. For example, a license required for the sale of alcohol or for the sale of food items. So the advantages of the sole trader are very blatant. Since you don't have anyone really work with you, you could enjoy all the profits. It is easy to formate or easy to form. You have independence. The organizational structure is not complicated. You have personal control in decision making, personal service. You have secrecy and personal commitment to succeed. Let's look at some of the disadvantages, however. So some of the disadvantages: limited source of finance, lack of specialized staff. You don't really have much trained personnel, over reliance upon the one's personal health and vigor, unlimited liability, lack of leisure time, and lack of technology, and you bear all the losses, all the risk, and even the losses. So if the business goes bankrupt, you will go bankrupt alongside it. So we'll take a close right there, and we'll be looking into partnerships next. So guys, see you on that video. See you guys later. Subscribe.